video. In this video, I'm going to talk about the ping command. So ping is actually used to test the reachability between the source and the destination in a network environment. Now, if I want to test that I'm able to reach a network element, or you can say a host, that can be a router or a complete network, I can use the ping utility. Now, ping utility is built in every network elements, like be it router, be it any operating system. Suppose this is Linux, I'm logged into Ubuntu system, or be it Windows. So but the implementation of ping is different to slightly different to what I would say, based on the type of operating system or the environment. Now, to check the version of ping, I can use the ping hyphen capital V, and it will give me the current version installed. So iputil is the library in which this ping utility is. Now, just to give you a brief overview, when you start the ping command, it sends an ICMP, Internet Control Message Protocol, echo request. So echo request is kind of request that to the destination host, that please send a echo to the source host. So the destination host, when it gets a ICMP echo request, it will reply with ICMP echo reply. So this is the complete you can say operation. So in a brief overview, there would be ICMP echo request to the destination, and when it gets it, so it will give the ICMP echo reply to the source. So this is a layer 3 protocol on the network layer. If you talk about the OSI model, and it works on with the IP addresses. So it works both with IPv4 and IPv6. So let's check the manual page of ping in Linux. So you can see the ping is used to send ICMP echo request to network host, and these are the all option. You can go through it. -4 is used for IPv4 and -6 is used for IPv6. So all this is the details that you can go through. I will be talking about some tips and tricks regarding the ping command, and I will be using two destination hosts. One would be my local host, and other would be probably some host on the internet, probably Google. So suppose I do a ping to my local host. It's like telling myself if I'm alive or not. This is used to test if your networking stack in that operating system is working fine or not. So if you check the output, you will see 64 bytes is received from this, that's the destination, and this is a sequence number, and time to live is 64, and total time is the RTT time is 0.029. Now if there is a packet drop, there would be the sequence number will be missed from the output. Now this is the time from for the packet to start from the source and reach to the destination, and then come back from the destination to source. So this is the total time taken for the packet from source to destination and come back to destination to source. So if I press Ctrl C, you will see that 52 packets are transmitted, 52 are received, and there is a 0% packet loss, and the total time of this operation is this much millisecond. The RTT, if you see, it gives us summary, the minimum, average, max, and the deviation. So this is the complete summary for the ping statistics that we have. Now suppose if I want to just only get the summary, I can use the -q option, and let me reduce the ping counts to 5. So first I will just reduce it to 5, and I will, or maybe 3, and I will show you that it will only send 3 packets transmitted, 3 were received, and there is a 0% packet loss. Now this C is for count, and if I just want to get the summary, I can use this. So it will be a silent ping, or you can say a quiet ping, and then only 3 packets were transmitted, 3 received, and you will get this summary. Now this is very useful if you want to test ping for multiple you can say destination, or you want to run it on a multiple source you can say machines, and then you need to grab the output, grab the summary, then you can use quiet ping or you can if you want to get for multiple destination, you can use this quiet ping, and you can just grab the summary details and you will have that data. Now rather than count, I can also specify the time. So that would be using W, and it will specify that we have to send ping only for 3 seconds. So this is the time that we have. I will just remove the queue, so you will get the statistics as well. So it will, in the 3 seconds, whatever packets will be transmitted would be there, but by default the ping sends 1 packet per second. So I can just change it by specify the interval. So let me make it 2 and let me make it 4. So it will only send 2 packets, so at an interval of 2 seconds. So we will have 2 packets transmitted, 2 packets received. W is the total you can say time, or you can say the time window of 4 seconds, and I is the interval, so every packet will be transmitted after 2 seconds. So these are the options. You can also specify the size as well. Suppose I want to send a packet of 128, and I would make it common, and I would just see 5. So now I'm sending a 128 byte packet, but you can see I'm receiving a 136 bytes packet from the host. So there is an added overhead of 8 bytes. So this is based on the network layer. Now you are sending an ICMP request, echo request of 128 bytes, but there is an overhead of 8 bytes here. Let me ping google.com, and let me specify the count to 3. Now this is the name server of the IP. Okay, so it will automatically translate the IP to the name server. Here you can use the IP as well to ping. And suppose I want to send a ping of 128 to google.com. Now you will see there is a one option, or you can say one in the output you will see there is a word called truncated instead of time. Now this happens when the size of packet that you have transmitted and the size of packet that you have received is there is a difference. Now the packet, if you have received, is less than the packet you have sent, it will always show truncated, means the packet is split and you have received a packet of smaller size. So this size option is mostly helpful when you want to test the MTU, or the maximum transmission unit in the network, and if there is a packet loss of big packets, then you can, or you can say big frames, you can test it using specifying the size. So these are some tips and tricks regarding the ping command. Hope it is quite useful for you. If you have any questions, you can just put in the comments and I will be happy to reply. Thanks for watching this video. Have a great day.